What does it take to become truly great? Marcus Aurelius, a Roman emperor, was not just a ruler. He was a thinker, a philosopher, and a master of his own mind. But what made him great wasn't just his power, it was his habits. In a world full of challenges, Marcus Aurelius found strength in the wisdom of Stoicism. He turned ordinary actions into powerful habits that shaped his life and legacy. In today's video, we'll explore the 10 habits that made Marcus Aurelius not just a great leader, but a beacon of Stoic virtue. Imagine living each day with purpose, clarity, and calm, just like Marcus did. What could that do for your life? Let's dive in and find out. 1. Pursue excellence. Stoicism teaches us that true excellence isn't about winning or being the best in the eyes of others. It's about doing our best, no matter the circumstances. In life, many things are outside our control: what others think, how they act, or what happens around us. But what we can control is our own actions, our own efforts, and our own mindset. Excellence, according to Stoic philosophy, means striving to be the best version of ourselves every single day. It's about committing to our values, putting in the effort, and staying true to what we believe is right. For the Stoics, excellence wasn't just about achieving goals, it was about how we approach our goals. Think about Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor. He didn't seek fame or fortune, he sought to do his duty well. He focused on being just, wise, and disciplined. Even in the face of immense pressure, he remained committed to living according to his principles. This is the essence of pursuing excellence, staying true to who you are and what you stand for, no matter what challenges come your way. Excellence is a process, not a destination. It's about making progress, learning from mistakes, and constantly improving. The Stoics believed that excellence is within everyone's reach because it's not about being perfect, it's about being persistent. They taught that every day is an opportunity to grow, to become wiser, and to act with more virtue. To pursue excellence, we must first define what it means to us. What values are most important? What kind of person do we want to be? Once we have a clear vision, we can take deliberate steps toward it. This means focusing on what we can control, accepting what we can't, and making the most of the present moment. In the end, pursuing excellence is about living a life of purpose. It's about using our strengths and virtues to contribute to the world around us. By doing so, we not only improve ourselves, but we also inspire others to strive for their own version of excellence. In every task, big or small, the Stoics remind us to give our best effort. They encourage us to act with integrity, to learn from our experiences, and to keep moving forward. Pursuing excellence isn't easy, but it's the path to true fulfillment. It's about living with intention, being true to our highest ideals, and never giving up on the pursuit of a life well lived. 2. Reflect every day. In Stoicism, daily reflection is a powerful habit that helps us live a better life. The Stoics believed that to grow and improve, we need to regularly look back on our thoughts, actions, and decisions. By doing this, we gain wisdom and become more aware of how to live in line with our values. Marcus Aurelius, one of the most famous Stoics, made it a habit to reflect every day. In his personal writings, known as meditations, he often examined his behavior and thought about how he could do better. This daily practice helped him stay grounded, focused, and true to his principles, even when faced with the challenges of ruling an empire. Reflection isn't just about criticizing ourselves. It's about learning. It's about asking questions like, did I live up to my values today? How did I handle the challenges that came my way? What can I do better tomorrow? By answering these questions, we can understand where we succeeded and where we fell short. This helps us make better choices in the future. Daily reflection also allows us to slow down and be more mindful of our lives. In the rush of everyday life, it's easy to get caught up in our routines and forget to pause and think, but when we take time each day to reflect, we reconnect with our goals and values. We remind ourselves of what truly matters. The Stoics saw reflection as a way to build resilience. When we regularly think about our actions and their consequences, we become better at handling life's ups and downs. We learn to stay calm in the face of difficulties and to respond to challenges with wisdom rather than impulsiveness. This practice doesn't have to be complicated. It can be as simple as spending a few minutes at the end of the day thinking about what went well and what didn't. You might write down your thoughts in a journal or just sit quietly and think. The important thing is to be honest with yourself and to use what you learn to grow. By reflecting every day, we become more aware of our strengths and weaknesses. We gain insight into our patterns of behavior and thought, and we develop the self-discipline to improve. Over time, this simple habit can lead to profound personal growth. In conclusion, the Stoic practice of daily reflection is a key tool for living a good life. It helps us stay true to our values, learn from our experiences, and continuously strive to be the best version of ourselves. When we make reflection a daily habit, we set ourselves on a path of constant improvement and greater fulfillment. 3. Accept people as they are. One of the key teachings of Stoicism is the idea of accepting people as they are. The Stoics understood that we can't control others, only our own thoughts, actions, and reactions. This principle can help us build better relationships and live with more peace of mind. People are different. They have their own opinions, habits, and ways of living. Sometimes these differences can be frustrating or hard to understand. But instead of trying to change others or getting upset when they don't meet our expectations, Stoicism teaches us to accept them as they are. This doesn't mean we have to agree with everything they do, but it does mean recognizing that they are on their own path, just as we are on ours. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and Roman emperor, often reminded himself that people would act according to their nature. He knew that it was unrealistic to expect everyone to behave perfectly or to think the same way he did. By accepting this, he was able to approach others with patience and understanding rather than frustration or anger. When we accept people as they are, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and disappointment. We stop wasting energy trying to change others or wishing they were different. Instead, we focus on what we can control, our own responses. This shift in perspective can lead to greater inner peace and more harmonious relationships. Stoicism also teaches us that everyone is doing the best they can with the knowledge and resources they have. People make mistakes, just like we do. They have their own struggles and challenges that we might not see. By keeping this in mind, we can approach others with more compassion and less judgment. Accepting people as they are also means letting go of unrealistic expectations. When we expect others to be perfect or to meet all our needs, we set ourselves up for disappointment. But when we accept that people are imperfect, just like us, we can appreciate them for who they are, rather than who we wish they were. This doesn't mean we should tolerate harmful behavior or ignore our own needs. Stoicism teaches balance. We can accept others while still setting healthy boundaries and taking care of ourselves. The key is to approach others with kindness and understanding rather than frustration or resentment. In conclusion, accepting people as they are is a powerful Stoic practice. It helps us live with more peace, patience, and compassion. By letting go of the need to control others and focusing on our own actions, we create better relationships and a more fulfilling life. When we accept people as they are, we embrace the reality of human nature and open ourselves to a more peaceful and understanding world. 4. refrain from complaining. Stoicism teaches us to accept life as it is, without unnecessary complaints. When we face challenges or discomfort, our natural reaction might be to grumble or feel sorry for ourselves. But complaining does nothing to solve our problems. In fact, it often makes things worse by focusing our minds on the negative. The Stoics believed that our thoughts shape our reality. If we constantly complain, we train our minds to see only the bad in every situation. This leads to more frustration and unhappiness. Instead, we should focus on what we can control: our actions, our thoughts, and our responses to events. When something goes wrong, instead of complaining, ask yourself, "What can I learn from this?" Or, "How can I respond better?" By doing this, you shift your mindset from a victim to someone who is in control. This doesn't mean ignoring your feelings or pretending everything is fine. It means acknowledging the situation, accepting it, and then choosing a constructive response. Complaining is a habit, and like any habit, it can be broken. Start by noticing when you begin to complain. Pause, take a deep breath, and choose to respond differently. Over time, you'll find that you complain less and feel more at peace. Remember, life will never be perfect. There will always be things that don't go your way. But by refraining from complaints and focusing on what you can do, you'll cultivate a stronger, more resilient mind. This is the essence of Stoicism: not to let external circumstances control your inner peace. 5. Focus on what truly matters. Stoicism encourages us to focus on what truly matters in life. In a world full of distractions, it's easy to get caught up in things that don't really add value to our lives. We might worry about what others think of us, stress over material possessions, or chase after endless pleasures. But Stoics remind us that these things are not what truly matter. What truly matters are the things that are within our control: our thoughts, our actions, and our character. These are the aspects of life that define who we are and determine our happiness. External things like wealth, status, or even other people's opinions are beyond our control and are therefore less important. When we focus on what truly matters, we align our lives with our values. This means living with integrity, kindness, and wisdom. Instead of being swayed by temporary pleasures or the opinions of others, we make decisions based on what is right and just. This leads to a deeper sense of fulfillment and peace. By concentrating on what truly matters, we also free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. We stop worrying about things we cannot change, and instead direct our energy toward improving ourselves and helping others. This way of thinking allows us to stay calm in the face of adversity, as we understand that our true worth comes from within, not from external circumstances. In the end, focusing on what truly matters helps us live a more meaningful and purposeful life. It reminds us that the pursuit of virtue, wisdom, and inner peace is far more valuable than any external achievement or possession. This is the Stoic way: to live with clarity, intention, and a deep understanding of what is truly important. 6th, practice gratitude and virtue. Stoicism teaches us the importance of practicing gratitude and virtue in our daily lives. These two principles are key to living a life of contentment and purpose. Gratitude helps us appreciate what we have, while virtue guides us to be the best version of ourselves. Practicing gratitude means focusing on the positives in life, no matter how small. It's about recognizing the good things that we often take for granted: our health, our relationships, even the simple beauty of nature. When we practice gratitude, we shift our mindset from what we lack to what we already have. This brings us a sense of peace and satisfaction. Stoics believe that by being grateful, we reduce our desires and learn to find joy in the present moment. Instead of constantly wanting more, we learn to be content with what we have. This doesn't mean we stop striving for improvement, but it helps us appreciate the journey rather than just the destination. Virtue, on the other hand, is about living in alignment with our highest values. For Stoics, the four main virtues are wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. Practicing virtue means making choices that reflect these values, even when it's difficult. It's about being honest, fair, and kind, not because we expect something in return, but because it's the right thing to do. When we practice virtue, we build strong character and earn the respect of others. More importantly, we earn self-respect, knowing that we are living in a way that is true to our principles. Virtue is the foundation of a good life. It guides our actions and helps us navigate challenges with integrity. Combining gratitude with virtue creates a powerful way to live. Gratitude keeps us humble and content, while virtue drives us to be our best selves. Together, they help us face life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. By focusing on these principles, we can cultivate a deep sense of inner peace and live a life that is both meaningful and fulfilling. 7. Always keep learning. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of continuous learning as a pathway to wisdom and a fulfilling life. The Stoics believed that knowledge is essential for living a virtuous life, and that the pursuit of wisdom is a lifelong journey. They encouraged us to always keep learning, not just from books, but from our experiences and the world around us. Learning is not just about acquiring facts or skills. It's about understanding ourselves and the world better. It's about asking questions, seeking truth, and being open to new ideas. The more we learn, the more we can improve our decisions and actions, making us better people in the process. Stoics like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius believed that learning helps us develop our character. By studying philosophy, history, and the lessons of others, we gain insights that help us navigate life's challenges. We learn to see things from different perspectives, to question our assumptions, and to grow from our mistakes. Continuous learning also keeps our minds sharp and flexible. It helps us adapt to change and face uncertainty with confidence. When we commit to lifelong learning, we embrace a mindset of growth. We understand that no matter how much we know, there is always more to discover. This humility keeps us curious and motivated to keep growing. Moreover, learning is a source of joy and fulfillment. It enriches our lives by opening our minds to new possibilities and deepening our understanding of the world. Whether it's learning a new skill, exploring a different culture, or reflecting on our experiences, each moment of learning adds value to our lives. In Stoicism, learning is not just an intellectual exercise, it's a moral duty. By learning, we become wiser and more capable of making good choices. We become better equipped to handle life's difficulties with grace and resilience. Ultimately, always keeping learning is about striving to be the best version of ourselves. It's about recognizing that growth never stops, and that each day offers an opportunity to learn something new. This commitment to lifelong learning is a key aspect of the Stoic path to wisdom and a fulfilling life. 8. Forgive yourself and others. Stoicism teaches us the value of forgiveness, both for ourselves and for others. Holding on to anger or guilt can weigh us down, cloud our judgment, and prevent us from living a peaceful life. Forgiveness is not about ignoring wrongdoing or pretending that nothing happened. Instead, it's about freeing ourselves from the burden of negative emotions and moving forward with a clear mind. When we make mistakes, it's easy to be hard on ourselves. We might replay the error in our minds, criticize ourselves, and feel regret. But the Stoics remind us that everyone makes mistakes. It's part of being human. The key is to learn from these mistakes, make amends if possible, and then let go of the guilt. By forgiving ourselves, we allow room for growth and self-improvement. We accept that we are not perfect and that each mistake is an opportunity to become wiser. Similarly, forgiving others is essential for our own peace of mind. When someone wrongs us, we might feel hurt, angry, or betrayed. But holding on to these feelings only harms us. The Stoics believed that by understanding the nature of others, that they too are flawed and can make mistakes, we can develop compassion and let go of resentment. Forgiveness doesn't mean we have to forget or excuse the wrong. It means we choose not to let it control our emotions or our lives. Forgiving others also helps us maintain healthy relationships. It allows us to move past conflicts and focus on what truly matters, our connections with the people around us. By letting go of grudges, we create space for understanding, reconciliation, and mutual respect. This not only benefits our relationships, but also brings us a sense of inner calm. The Stoics encourage us to practice empathy and understanding when dealing with both our own mistakes and the mistakes of others. They teach us to focus on what we can control, our thoughts and actions, rather than dwelling on what we cannot change. By embracing forgiveness, we free ourselves from the chains of anger and guilt and open the door to a more peaceful and fulfilling life. In the end, forgiving yourself and others is about finding inner peace. It's about accepting that we are all imperfect and that mistakes are a natural part of life. By letting go of the past, we allow ourselves to live more fully in the present, with a heart that is open to growth, understanding, and compassion. 9. Put your ideals into action. Stoicism is an ancient philosophy that teaches us to live a good and meaningful life by focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. One of the key ideas in Stoicism is to put our ideals into action. This means living by our values and beliefs, not just thinking or talking about them. To a Stoic, ideals like courage, honesty, kindness, and wisdom are not just abstract concepts. They are guidelines for daily living. For example, if you believe in being honest, it is not enough to think, "I should be honest." You must practice honesty in your words and actions, even when it is difficult or inconvenient. The Stoics teach that our actions reveal our true character more than our words. We all have moments where we feel inspired to do good or make a change. However, those moments mean little if they are not followed by action. It is easy to have good intentions. The real challenge is to turn those intentions into habits. To put your ideals into action, start with small steps. If your goal is to be more patient, begin by practicing patience in situations where you might usually get frustrated. If you want to be more generous, look for small ways to help others each day. Over time, these small actions will build into a stronger character aligned with your ideals. Remember, Stoicism is not about perfection, it is about progress. You do not have to live by your ideals perfectly all the time. Instead, aim to make steady progress toward living them more fully. When you fail, do not get discouraged. Learn from your mistakes and try again. A key Stoic idea is to focus on what is within your control. You cannot control other people or the outcomes of your actions, but you can control your own choices and efforts. Putting your ideals into action means doing your best, regardless of what happens around you. It means committing to the person you want to be, no matter the challenges you face. By putting your ideals into action, you become stronger, more resilient, and more true to yourself. You grow not only in character, but in peace and fulfillment, knowing you are living a life true to your deepest values. 10. Restore your balance. Stoicism teaches us to live with peace and purpose, no matter what life throws our way. One important idea in Stoicism is the need to restore balance in our lives. This means staying calm and steady even when things go wrong or feel overwhelming. Life is full of ups and downs. Some days are smooth, while others are full of problems and stress. It is easy to get upset, angry, or anxious when things do not go as planned. But Stoics remind us that we have the power to control our responses, even if we cannot control the events themselves. To restore balance, start by recognizing what is within your control. You cannot control the weather, other people's actions, or unexpected challenges, but you can control how you respond. When you feel stressed or upset, pause and take a deep breath. Remind yourself that you have a choice in how you handle the situation. One way to find balance is to focus on the present moment. Often, we get anxious by worrying about the future or regretting the past. A Stoic learns to live in the now, appreciating each moment as it comes. Practice mindfulness by paying attention to your thoughts and feelings without getting lost in them. This helps you stay grounded and balanced. Another way to restore balance is through gratitude. Even when things go wrong, there is always something to be thankful for. A lesson learned, a small kindness, or just the fact that you are still here to face another day. Gratitude helps shift your focus from what is missing to what is already present in your life, bringing peace and balance. Stoics also teach that obstacles can be opportunities. When faced with difficulties, instead of seeing them as setbacks, try to view them as chances to grow stronger and wiser. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? This mindset can help you stay balanced in tough times. Remember, balance does not mean avoiding emotions or challenges. It means finding a stable center, no matter what happens around you. It means keeping your values in mind and acting according to them, rather than letting emotions control you. When you restore your balance, you find a calm strength within yourself. You are better equipped to handle life's ups and downs, and you become more resilient, compassionate, and wise. Balance is not a destination, it is a practice. Keep coming back to it, day after day, and you will find peace in every moment. So, there you have it. 10 habits that made Marcus Aurelius one of the greatest Stoic thinkers of all time. But remember, these habits are not just for ancient philosophers. They are for anyone who wants to live a stronger, calmer, and more purposeful life today. Marcus Aurelius faced many challenges, wars, betrayal, personal loss, yet he remained calm, kind, and wise. Why? Because he practiced these habits daily. He showed us that greatness is not about being perfect, it's about striving to be better, even when things get tough. Now here's the question for you. Which of these habits will you start practicing today? Will you start your mornings with gratitude, reflect on your actions each night, or perhaps find strength in accepting what you cannot change? Remember, you don't have to do them all at once. Start small, choose one habit, and commit to it. If you found value in this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more content on Stoicism, and share it with someone who might need a little Stoic wisdom in their life. And if you have any thoughts or questions, leave them in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Remember, Stoicism is not just a philosophy to think about, it's a way to live. So put these habits into practice and start your journey to becoming the best version of yourself. Until next time, keep striving, keep reflecting, and keep growing. You've got this. Stay stoic.